Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Runs0b3r podcast. This is episode number
31.
31. Yeah, 31.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I usually get it wrong. That's why I'm like, yeah, going.
31.
31.
This is a local Dallas-Fort Worth production. We do not only discuss running and sobriety, but all walks of life, because every one of us has a unique story. The journey begins and ends with you. Today, our special guest across from me is Travis St.John.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, make sure that mic's in the face.
I got you.
Yeah, cool. Perfect. So, Travis, today I want to talk with you about where you grew up. Okay. From childhood on up, and the fire department that you're locally working for, and dirty boxing, of course.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And then we'll talk a little bit about training, what led you into the fighting realm of life, and we'll go over a little bit about that, because I met you at Title Boxing.
Yes, sir.
And you were a trainer there. So and then you continued to do that, and then you got into the realm of actually getting in the ring and smashing people, and now you're fucking amazing, it seems like.
I appreciate it, brother.
So yeah, we'll start there. Childhood, where were you born? Where did you go to school? All that good stuff.
I was born in the filthy swamp that is Beaumont, Texas. I'm just kidding. I love Beaumont. It's nostalgic, but it's like
yeah, hold on.
Let me test something right there.
Are you from Are you from Beaumont too, Eric?
No, I'm from a giant town called Cheek, Texas. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Just outside of Beaumont's the big town for Cheek. And if you know where Cheek is, it's next to China. Nome, Hampshire, Finette. Dadgummit, my uncle is a U.S. Marshal down there.
Yeah. So you're from down there, so you know to stay the fuck out of Vidor, Texas.
Vidor, isn't it?
You stay the hell out of Vidor, bro.
That's a racist place, right?
Yes, it is. It's terrifying out there.
Okay.
And they even had a black mayor, I think.
Was that
recently,
that?
But
So was that?
the thing is, you already know. I ain't telling anybody. Just know. You need to figure out how to be in certain places.
Yeah.
Whether it's in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, where I live, they look at somebody like me like, oh, shoot, there's going to be cake right here. But I made a point just to go dead off in the middle of every day.
So I forgot to introduce us, man, actually. So Travis St.John, right across from us, that name right there it sounds like a fighter's name, man. Travis St.John. You know, it's like
give the full name. Let's hear a full.
Yeah. That's it, right? Travis St.John, yeah.
Travis Scott St. John. My fight name is El Bombero.
Oh, El Bombero.
Fireman,
Yes, sir.
El Bombero.
Yeah, I like it.
Que te va a apagar el fuego, niño. He gonna put your fire out.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna light a fire on you.
Te apago el fuego. Yeah.
So the to the left of me is
Come down right there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
To the left of me is
I think he said
ahead, Eric.
Eric J. Henderson.
Eric J. Henderson. Yeah. and I am Brandon K. Veltman.
BK.
It's a fun little blooper reel of all this stuff falling off.
You're right.
All right. So let's go back to Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah. So Beaumont.
But yeah, my mom's family's from down that way, so we spend every summer down there in Beaumont and Cheek and Houston. Gumbo and rodeo is all they do.
Oh yeah, dude! It's one of those places. I love going back and visiting anytime I can. A lot of my mom's family's still out there, but a lot of them also moved into like the Houston area.
To the refineries.
Yeah, it's just it's tough because when Hurricane Harvey hit, it fucked up a bunch of their houses, and it was just a real problem out there. And that's where I'm like, I would never live that close to the Gulf because So
you still see a tarp here and there.
Yeah,
way back.
Yeah.
So Hurricane Harvey,
serious,
let's talk about that. That was not the one that wiped out New Orleans, right?
No, that was Katrina. Harvey was the one that hit more of Texas, but it hit everything. But it really beat up
destroyed Houston
Beaumont,
okay, yeah.
that whole area down there. Like
So
it was
you weren't living
flooded up
there
to
then?
the people's chest. No, we moved out here when I was like 3 years old. I want to say.
Oh, okay.
My parents grew up out there. They met each other out there, and then my dad was like, once he had both of his kids, he was like, I'm bringing y'all out somewhere where like you can have more of a future. So he brought us up to DFW. We moved to Arlington when I was 3, lived there till I was 10, and then into Mansfield after that, and then grew up out there, and then shit, I've lived all over North Texas and Dallas, Carrollton, the Colony,
nice.
Arlington.
Where'd you go to high
Forest
school?
Hill.
So-
Mansfield Legacy.
Okay, Mansfield. Okay,
So you
nice.
got all of a good tour of Dallas, like
Yeah,
the woods and the country that they don't know up here, that Beaumont, outside of Beaumont,
yeah.
dirty,
Giant
boring,
ass
dirty
trees.
suburbia in Dallas,
Yeah.
like where ain't nothing going on in a hot summer day in Grand
Well,
Prairie.
I don't know if it's my upbringing, but man, I feel comfortable in ghetto areas.
Yeah.
Like when I live in Forest Hill right
Pleasant
now,
Grove.
like it's kind of sketchy. And then where I lived out here in Dallas, shit, I lived like I went to sleep to gunshots every single solitary night. A dude died on my porch while I was out there. That he got shot at the apartment across and like walked over and just collapsed right outside my door
horrible.
and died. Oh yeah. And every time I was just sleeping soundly, I would just feel weirdly comfortable.
You just know how to be. Like I
Yeah,
grew up
man.
in Oak Cliff, but it ain't the Oak Cliff that I grew up in. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you one place, you go west, you go east, Pleasant Grove is still Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is for sure.
They lick off.
So you grew up there. So I've seen pictures of you when you were smaller, I think on social media. And I was like, wait, this dude, he didn't just blossom. He's a monster now. You know, it's like,
Like high school, you talking about like or younger?
I'm not
5 years
sure.
old.
Probably.
Were you in
it's-
high school?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
It's
okay.
funny just because anytime someone meets me, like, oh,
I was like,
everything I
dude's-
do now, where they're like, you're a firefighter, you fight for money. Like, what'd you do in high school? Did you play football?
Yeah, that's
Did you
what-
play
that's what I was
basketball?
gonna ask you, yeah.
I did theater, improv, and journalism.
Yes,
and did
yes.
2 years
Which
of
is awesome.
powerlifting
Yeah.
before I broke my arm. But
Dude, improv is for real men.
yeah.
No, that's probably a confident booster right there, right?
Well, I'll tell you this. Outside, like I was never a school person. I did a little bit of college, and then I left because I was like, "This just isn't for me."
Right.
I've got to find like what I want to do in life. I have zero desire to sit behind a desk, but I've always said this, and I give major props to my teachers, Leland Millette, who was my journalism teacher, and then Melanie McIntyre and Jeremy Furman, who are my theater teachers. That I told them straight up, I'm like, I've used more of what you three taught me in life. I've never used algebra a single day in my life. Never once.
Yeah.
But I have used the skills that those three taught me more every single solitary day, more than anything else I ever learned in school.
You know, what you just said is huge. I've worked a few different deals. They're out there in Variety Magazine and whatever with a partner of mine in Strategy and Entertainment from back in the day. No, 2015, not back in the day. We did a couple of film slates. The people we met, like people think Hollywood, theater, whatever. No, it's just real men. You have to have lived. David Mamet, when he writes about, it's like, good God, man. I mean, Patty Chayefsky, like you have to have lived some things, like
Absolutely.
you have to be smacked in the face in real ways, you know, to be able to speak about some things.
Yeah,
So I can
100%.
understand what you're saying, and journalism too. I hate that we don't have journalism now in
Well,
terms of the integrity of the craft of it.
And a big thing I contribute to that is that I was always like, so fun fact, I'm in fight camp for this fight, but there's we'll get back to that, but there's a subset every time before I fight. I'm not superstitious, but I like to do the same things every time. I watch the Last Dance,
Oh, nice.
the week leading up to I fight every single time, because Michael Jordan is like
Yeah.
the greatest athlete of all time in my head, and his
Giving it
mindset was fucking phenomenal. Like he was the man, zero question. The way he thought, I forgot who quoted it, but they were like, he is the greatest great there's ever been, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
But their coach,
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, he talked about meeting Rodman.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he had a conversation with Rodman, and this kind of stuck out with me. He was like, you were a Heyoka,
Yeah.
which is Native American for like a backwards walking person. It was the person that would tell the stories. It was the person that would go outside of the norm.
Right,
And
right.
that's why I attribute those three teachers is like, while I had every other teacher tell me, sit down in your chair and shut up.
Yeah.
Those three were the ones, stand up and be yourself.
Yeah. Express yourself.
Like
Tell
my,
it. Yeah.
my journalism teacher, like he barely made me write shit. He literally just saw me one day do an improv, and he was like, hey, I want you to come be in my class. There's this video series I want to do where you're just making fun of the news. I'm going to give you an A. You just do that.
Right.
You
just
you
be
had it
you.
too, because I'm sure they challenged you for real. Like,
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
let you just get up there and
No, they wanted me to refine who I was and what I was doing, but they wanted me
Yeah.
to be comfortable and confident
Yeah, so
doing it
just
at the
go.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's go, but here's a structure to make who you are more successful at what you're doing.
dude, what he's saying is I wouldn't know it if I hadn't seen it. like grown men crying in a room, getting reamed over a script that just doesn't flow. And then like, the people are like, I'm like, wow, because it's real things at stake. Once you start rolling, that's real money. And so I like that. But the training comes from places like, well, it's amazing you got that in high school.
I literally, I went back and saw one of my theater teachers, Furman, not too long ago. And I literally showed him, I'm a ring announcer and I do commentary for fighting as well.
Oh,
and so I do this thing that he showed me back when I was in theater where he would take my script and he'd be like, look, this is this little mark here that shows you raise your inflection or your voice here on this. This symbol shows you to draw out this word. I still do that when I'm doing people's names and nicknames on the cards. I'll write those notes. So something he taught me 13 years ago now, I still do.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. Is like I show them so much love and always cite them because they were such a big influence on me.
Yeah. So when I first met you, it was title boxing.
Yes, sir.
And I was, to get up in front of people you don't know. I'm sure all that you were just telling us about led up to easier mindset of getting in front of groups and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And teaching or coaching or whatever the case would be, you know?
Well, my big thing with that is there's a lot of people that you see them be nervous in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Nervous.
I grew up nervous
where
as
they
shit.
know people.
Yes.
And my thing has always been this. I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
You're either going to like me or you're not. Mm-hmm. What am I afraid of?
Right.
I know I'm a good person at heart. I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
So if you don't like me, then hey, what's up?
You're right.
Would love to hear input on that of what is the reason why, and maybe we can clarify something.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, like you're either gonna like me or you're not. Those are your two options. Like there's nothing to be nervous of.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
If you're in your own being you.
Yeah.
Space.
Yep. Maybe what I'm getting at for me, myself, it probably took many years because I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, you know?
Yeah.
So that's probably why
a journey, man.
That's probably why I took substance and did it and went down that drug path also because I was never comfortable, you know, in front of a group of people ever until now. Now that I'm older, I don't care. So that's So finally I hit that mindset of who cares, you know?
Well, that was a big thing is like, before my suicide attempt, I was very like so set on trying to make everyone else happy and trying to fit into each group that I was a part of instead of just fully being myself. I'd be like, all right, let me kind of tone down X, Y, and Z while I'm hanging out with these people. And then after that, I did so much mental work on myself that I was like, why the fuck am I toning any part of myself down?
Right.
Why am I changing for anybody when I know these things about me are not inherently negative. I'm not being an asshole. It's like I'm hiding the nerdy aspects of me because these people don't like it. I'm hiding that I like X, Y, and Z because these people don't care for it. They think it's weird. It's like
So let's pause for a second.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was like, this dude is a fucking maniac. Not maniac in a bad way, but in the ring, he's a maniac. But he likes to play Dungeons and Dragons. You know, so it's like that's a quiet environment. But I mean, it can get rowdy with your group of friends or whatever. But,
absolutely.
But what I'm saying is it's very mystery and like make believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Environment, and that's what every kid's dream was growing up. Basically, the make believe world. You know what I mean? And reality is what got us into having to be focused on shit we don't even like. Tell the truth. You know?
Check out what you're talking about is what you used to have to be.
Yeah.
And meaning Alexander Dumas, like Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
His father, Alexander Dumas, he was Napoleon's right-hand man. Mm-hmm. Math, poetry, 20-pound sword. Mm-hmm. You could get it.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no France without that guy. Matter of fact, a true story. He sent him up to a ridge to go clear out the first 200 people.
Right.
Before. And it's not made up. Look at the book is called The Black Count. It reads like fiction. And so what you're saying is I appreciate when you bump into folks like, Brandon, that's all about, because I can talk about the literature. I can talk about everything. I don't hold it back either. If somebody's not hearing Pat Chayefsky, I'm like, cool, I just keep it moving. Or Alfred Hitchcock for me, Orson Welles, the minds of those people. But you need all of that to inform everything else you do. I mean.
Yeah. And it's just finding that ownership in finding who you truly are. Like before my attempt, I was just so focused on making everybody else happy and trying to like fit in and all this stuff.
So let's dial that back just a little bit. When was this attempt for suicide, and what drove you at the moment? Was it social anxiety, or what drove you to like say, I just don't want to be here anymore?
So I was 21.
Okay.
I attempted to jump off an overpass in Arlington, and a cop stopped me.
Good officer.
Yeah.
He saved your life. He didn't just
Absolutely.
stop you.
Yeah. I called him and I thanked him after a few weeks after I'd was just getting myself together. For me, it was a big thing of just feeling like nobody gave a shit, feeling like nobody cared. I was always kind of like, people had me around when they needed my help for something. I was very much a doormat back then, where I was like, it was always me asking to hang out with other people and all this stuff. And I was always the one putting in 100%, and other people weren't reciprocating that.
Right.
That word reciprocating is so damn important to me now, because it means everything to me.
Yeah.
And it was because that was such a big pain point for me, where I truly felt like nobody cared, that nobody gave a shit. And I was just in a real bad, dark place. And I had that attempt. And then after that, it was one of those weird things that, went to individual therapy. That bothered me, because my whole pain point was I feel like people don't care. So every time I would hand that dude's secretary a check, and I was like, I don't like this, because if I wasn't handing you that check,
you wouldn't care.
This is my exact pain point.
So you really don't care.
I went to group therapy, and that didn't work, because it was like bipolar people and all this stuff. And I came to a realization. I was like, I'm not chemically sick. I'm just fucked up.
Right.
And I can fix fucked up.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when it comes to depression, whether you have a chemical imbalance that can be fixed with medication, but then there's trauma. Then there's bullshit. It was years of bullying I had endured. It was home life stuff. It was all these different aspects that all accumulated to this point. And I was like, I just have to work my way through this, because I took meds, I took all that stuff, did not help me in the least bit.
Because it wasn't chemical.
Exactly. And that's where it was like, I need to work through this. I need to understand why X, Y, and Z bothered me so much. I need to understand the bullying was out of my control. What happened to me, what those people did to me when I was younger, it was out of my control. It does not affect who I am. It should not affect who I am now.
Yeah.
Because if I'm very big, if you're holding on to the past, you're going to live in the past.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what I'm doing right now, what I'm doing tomorrow is not dictated on things that happened to me beforehand, because I'm in control of what's happening right now in my life.
Can I ask you about this exact point? Like 21, you just described a space where I had to look at it and I had to resolve this. That's a really conscious moment. But also at 21, the conscious moment to go there is different from a 15-year-old standing at the bridge. They do it. But 21, you probably have a greater chance of success. I don't know anything stats-wise, but you've decided they don't care. So that space between I'm right there and the guy pulling you off, and then, okay, I'm going to start resolve what you just said. How did that space over time and thought take place between coming down from there and saying, I'm going to look at these things and resolve them? Because you can only do that at like a 21. Yeah. But it's a fine line where you still might be tempted to say, like, they still don't care.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
Yeah. Well,
they didn't change. I mean,
it was a big space of self-identifying with me of I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I didn't know where I was going to be. I didn't know what I wanted. I had all these thoughts of who I wanted to be that I was like, but this doesn't conform to what these people want me to be and what society says I should be as a man and all this shit. Yeah. And I got in this space where I was like, I don't fit this narrative, therefore I must be crazy.
Right.
And then when I realized, no, that's real. This is just shit I'm going through and I can be exactly who I want to be.
Yeah.
And I started working on things. I started being like, all right, if these people are not investing in me, then I will not invest in those people. Right. I'm not going to reciprocate.
Simple math.
And get heartbroken over I'm putting in all this effort and these people aren't putting effort into me, whether it's relationships, friendships, family members, anything like that. Like I will put in as much effort as you put into me.
Right.
And I will always go the extra mile with strangers. I'll always hold doors open for people. I will always stop if you're changing your tire and ask if you need help, whatever it needs to be, because that just...
So pause for a second. With that thought process, you're being a firefighter is perfect for you.
Yes, sir. It's the best job in the fucking world.
Because you're willing to climb the tree and get the cat out of the tree.
Yes, 100%. And I'm not going to be
Yeah.
upset that I have to get a cat out of a tree. It's like, yes, it would be awesome to go into a fire right now, but I also understand that only happens X amount of times per year, which isn't that many.
Right.
And I have no problem doing lift assist that this old person fell down. Cool, I'm going to pick you up. It's a call.
Yeah.
Right.
You call it. To me, it's, are there people who abuse the system? Yes.
Yeah.
But for, I forgot who gave me this quote, but someone I met in the department made a point. They were like, 90% of the time, if we have a call and we have to go help somebody, it's probably the worst day of their life.
Yeah. Oh,
or
you're
top
right.
five.
Yeah. For them, for
So
sure.
to me, it's like if I go in with a shitty attitude of, oh, this is the bullshit call, you don't know what. And remembering back to what I felt like at 21, you don't know what the fuck that person's going through every day. Like that's where just people being shitty, I do not understand it. I will always be nice to people unless you're straight up a dick to me or trying to threaten or hurt me or someone I care about, because I have no clue you on the street what you're going through in your life. I have no clue.
Right.
So why would I do anything other than smile at you, be nice to you, and greet you, and do my, and especially on the fire side, do my job and do it with a smile on my face and try to help you in a very shitty time that you're dealing with right now.
So is the fire department, are they called out for the man on the bridge?
It can be.
Or
So
is
it
that
depends.
Police first? Or
it is police first because
okay,
I got to make sure scene's secure. And if there was any possible self-harm, like we will show up too. We had a couple, we had a overdose attempt that we were actually first on with the ambulance. And we got that girl, got her in the back of the ambulance. And that was one of those ones. That,
So y'all are carrying Narcan with you everywhere?
Yes, sir. She had
stay in time?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, I gotta tell you, you came by my house, and what you're saying is huge because you don't know. My father, he passed in December. I was taking care of him for 3 years. Meaning, yes, we were a full family, but that call at 2 a.m. came to me. Come pick him up off the floor. Let's get him over to the restroom. Let's get the clothes off, clothes on, shower. So all that work, right? But when the time came to say, if anybody else can't take care of it, or if it's something we see, we got to make the call to the firefighter. And so they may think, oh, another old people fell down thing. But like you say, you don't know what you're walking into. And so as long as you can walk into it with the unknown as your ally for a professional mindset, and let the information unfold as you give it. So if you run into, like, I'm sure you run into it, like the son just being a knucklehead or in the way, you can deal with that. But I'm like, I just want to see, and I move back and let these people do their job. And man, it does everything when they're pros, number one. Well, I don't care about your heart if you don't know what you're doing.
That's a big thing for me is that I operate in my job as I would expect someone to operate working on me. You know, so that's a big. I've met a bunch of guys that they only care about fire and they think, oh, EMS is fucking lame. It's like, dude, it's 90% of what we do is medical services. It's 90% of what we do. A lot of guys will say 80. It's 90%.
So y'all are at a lot of car accidents.
We're at car accidents. Yeah. We're at lift assists. We're at people falling down, strokes, doing full arrests. Like we go with our ambulance service on full arrest. Like a lot of people don't understand that. I think it's just paramedics or the ambulance. The fire department is, no matter where you go in the state, they are trained, whether they're EMTs, advanced EMT like I am, or paramedics, they are trained to do that. That if someone dies, we are the ones that go and we are the ones that start working them. And we have a whole thought process on that. But to me, it's, and you kind of hit on it, I show up in my thought process. If I go into that mentality of like, oh, EMS calls are lame, I want someone to care that comes in and works on me or one of my family members. Sure. So every single person, I don't care if it's a bullshit call or not, I'm going to show you the utmost respect and care. And that's just the way I'm going to operate.
Right.
And we've had calls that it's literally, we had one call that was literally a girl had like barely cut her finger, and she was a frequent flyer that called over like, I have a headache. And she told, I remember, oh my God.
You call them a frequent flyer?
No, well, it was because
they got a membership or something.
This is where abuse of the system comes, right?
Yeah.
I literally ran a call on her where she barely cut her finger. She was like, I want to go to the hospital. And we're like, you can put a Band-Aid on that. Like, you don't need stitches, anything.
Yeah.
And then I ran another call on her where she was a young girl. And she was like, I have a headache. And we're like, cool. Do you want Tylenol? She was like, no, I want y'all to take me to the hospital where my aunt works. They're going to give me medication. We're like, well, you do understand you're going to, you do understand.
Like a Uber call.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And we're like, you do understand you're going to have an ambulance bill and a hospital bill. She goes,
ridiculous.
yeah,
$4,000.
I swear to God. She goes, yeah, I know. I'm just not going to pay it.
What?
Which also,
And I was like, wow,
That
that
messes up
is,
the system
it's so interesting to see abuse of
real.
the system.
Right,
It's
right.
100% real.
and I got to shout to two people right now. You know, Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Michelle.
And also my guy, George,
so-
in New York City.
so Michelle-
30 years, no, more 40.
Oh, yeah.
New York City Fire Department.
Hell yeah,
And he's
man.
got that heart. If you listen to George, like, and if any place you can be jaded, I mean, New York City, they're bringing you nonsense every freaking day.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah.
sure.
Like Dallas is
but
busy.
Dallas is also.
Dallas is busy, but New York, like that is the cream of the crop.
But to keep your heart and to keep your professionalism and then let that take care of your heart. That's
Yeah.
what I've always, we sat in.
So go over kind of what your schedule's like in a fire department. Is it 24 on?
So we're 24/48 right now. In my department, we're trying to move to 48/96, which I'm a huge
wow.
advocate
Okay.
for. There's a lot of departments that are as busy as we are that we are at 48/96.
Hold on one second.
Sir.
Do you got the pole where y'all slide down or no? No, not
I think
not
at
from
one of,
back in the
I think
day.
at one of our news stations, they actually are getting a poll, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong.
I mean, you got to have
Was it
that,
a
right?
basement or what? Like,
You got to have a Dalmatian right up front with you. And a pole.
I grew up with emergency and one Adam 12. I need all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the reason why that's popular is actually because of New York, because their fire department was known for being the elite of the elite for so long, but also New York grows up. They can't
not
grow
out.
wider. They
Right,
can
I
only
got
grow
you.
up.
Yeah,
So
that's
all
why.
those buildings, it's just your bay has to be at the bottom floor.
Right.
And you'll have to sleep either on the second or the third floor. So you got to have that pole to be able to go down.
Batman stole that.
Yeah.
But dang, that's true.
Yeah, that was just a joke. I know you got it. You probably don't have it, but you said one might have it.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that coming up. Yeah.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to swing in there.
Also, what I appreciate, respect to my guys who are in the other forces, when you mentioned, the firefighters I met, like, you have to be in that
Tip-top shape.
condition.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a case with, and the other guys, let me go to law enforcement, state troopers. I've never met one of those on the highway who wasn't ready to go all the way in. And matter of fact, in New Orleans one time, they walk into the cigar shop. There's no guns on those guys.
Right.
They just walk in with those big black boots. Every one of them like 6'4" and in shape and trained. And I saw a lot of loud talking guys. All of a sudden, I was like, wow. I'm like, he's not gonna shoot you. But they just walked in, and that presence, and that
very dominant.
professionalism
Yeah.
is real. And so the firefighters, I mean, they're always
For sure.
ready to roll.
And also
Absolutely.
in the running community, there's a guy called Andrew Glaze.
Yeah.
So he's the 100-mile a week guy. You
Oh
know?
my God,
So
yeah.
he's a big ultra runner, and we all follow him. So that's and I guess he's a battalion chief maybe.
Shit,
in
okay.
California. Yeah. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he tries to get his whole fire department to run also. So.
That can be difficult getting people to do that.
That happen.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the how did you let's go from the beginning
Okay.
and then where you're at today with the boxing, dirty boxing. So and it's more of a Muay Thai path.
Yes,
is
sir.
that correct?
So basically, it's going back to kind of what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Got bullied as a kid and shit.
Right.
I asked my parents to let me go to boxing. They said no, they paid too much money for my teeth. The second I turned 18, started training in boxing, started training in MMA. Did that for quite a few years. Took a break. I mean, was still always like teaching boxing at gyms I worked at and stuff, but focused more on the bodybuilding side, finding my man strength, finding my man body.
Yeah.
And then I got to a point that I was like,
So let's pause for a second. Did you compete bodybuilding?
yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I stopped because I was like, I'm not willing.
So you have to cut weight doing that too, right? It's
Yes,
very
sir.
similar to making weight on
Absolutely.
on fight. Okay.
But the big thing with that is I was like, I'm not, how do I put this in the nicest way possible? Respect to people who can do bodybuilding at high level. I am not willing to do the things they are willing to do to their body.
Okay.
And that's where I was like, okay.
To get that extra muscle that pops out, you have to add something else. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm still a competitive person. So I'm very much being ADD. I like have to keep myself busy at all times. And I was like, I need something, like I will get real kind of upset when I don't have something to work toward.
Okay.
And that's why I love my job and my side quest of fighting is that I always have something to work toward, to be better at and to improve at. Right. So whenever I left bodybuilding, I was like, hit up a couple of my buddies and I was like, hey, this was in the middle of like, or at the beginning of COVID. I was like, hey, let's start meeting up in a park or something like that. Y'all come to the house and let's get back into training. I want to give this a full scale run.
This is new. That's only 5 years in. You've been.
I've been fighting professionally for 3.5.
Wow.
So, and then we got together and I just found the right camps and then I was going to go back into MMA, but then I fell in love with Muay Thai and kickboxing. And I was like, I like striking so much more. So let's do that. Right. And then I finally, I went 6-1 in pro Muay Thai. And obviously I would still like to keep fighting whenever someone gave me the opportunity, but it was harder for promoters to find people to fight me.
You're always looking for somebody to fight you. Is it what is there not anybody your weight class?
I've exhausted my options in the
They're
South.
watching your videos and they're like, I don't want to know that.
Well, it's all these people that they like to. I hear, oh, this guy from this camp wants to fight you, but his coaches want him to like take another year before he fights. I'm like, I'm just going to get better in a year. Yeah. What do you mean you want him to take another year? And so it's everybody has their excuses. But also Muay Thai just isn't that big in the US, and especially at my weight class, it's very hard to find people. Yeah. So I had been reaching out to people all over the country and was presenting with some opportunities, but then dirty boxing came around and I was like, all right, this is gangster because it's boxing in 4-ounce gloves, so puffies.
Right.
You can throw elbows, spinning back fists, spinning back elbows, Superman punches, and you get 5 seconds of ground and pound when you drop them. It's not a standing eight. I was like, this is awesome.
Right. Yeah.
There's a limit on that. It's 5 seconds and then you have to break.
You can start wailing them. You have to stay standing, start wailing on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Separate off. Get up. If you don't get up, fight's over. If you get up, let's go. Keep going.
Yeah. That's action. And it's variation, which is and it's a skill.
So is there any striking with the legs
with 4 ounce?
No, it's all from waist up.
Okay.
So you can be real heavy on the front foot, which that's a big thing. It's my first opportunity with them. I had it on 8 days notice, so I was really trying to figure out like one. I'd never worn the shoes to fight in, and God, that's a difference maker. That's tough. Because I'm so used to being barefoot. I wish I still could be. Right. But it is a big thing of like it's very different. It's also different, like needing to lean a little bit more forward because I don't have to worry about the leg kick. I don't have to worry about the body kick. I need to be a little bit more forward when fighting these guys now. Wow. But since that first opportunity, we've been training like all my mitt work has been in dirty boxing style. Okay. I've still been training Muay Thai and everything too, but it's like I've been putting more effort into. Let's say I'm doing 12 bag rounds. 4 of those backgrounds are going to be Muay Thai, 4 straight boxing, and then 4 dirty boxing.
What does the Muay Thai give you?
Sir?
What does the Muay Thai give you for dirty boxing? You just like the coordination of the...
Muay Thai is just, that's what I've fought in professionally for so long, and it's just... I mean, it is different because you're removing the legs and their kicks and the knees from it. Yeah. But the big thing is there's very different... What's awesome... With boxing, you only have so many styles. You only have so much you can do, like in straight boxing, right? But in Muay Thai, you'll notice, I don't remember all the names. I just know what's known, if you are a Muay Thai practitioner, you are a Nak Muay, right? Nak Muay. But in Nak Muay, there are many subsets. I am what's known as a Nak Femur, which is a kick-heavy fighter. Or sorry, my apologies, a Muay Thai, which is a kick-heavy fighter. But there's also there's punch heavy fighters. I don't remember all the names. There's punch heavy, there's knee heavy, there's elbow heavy. And then there's like clinch heavy fighters.
It's just like
There's
who you are. They say,
Yeah,
he's a
it's just
Muay Thai,
well, this guy wants to keep you at kicking distance because he's real kick heavy, but this guy really wants to close the gap because he's real good at obliterating people from the elbows. So that is a big thing. Is I like that I am very much a kick heavy fighter because I got these long ass legs, and I like that this pulls me out of that element and forces me to slang and bang a little bit more.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So.
You take time out of your training to still do Muay Thai, meaning
Yes,
it's not going to leave you. But for dirty boxing, and since we're not finding Muay Thai fights, there must be some benefit that you get from that Muay Thai. I guess it's just
man,
fighting.
I'll tell you, and here's a fun fact. This is no shame. I'm not talking shit to boxers, so don't come at me.
Let's go.
I have done. I train in an MMA gym, so I don't grapple though. But every now and then, so my team will get frustrated sparring me, and they'll shoot at me.
Let's pause. Where's your gym at?
De La Rosa MMA in Azle.
Okay, De La Rosa MMA. Shout out
Led
to
by,
De La Rosa.
led by Mark De La Rosa. Him and his wife, Montana De La Rosa, own the gym. And then my main coach, he's our strength coach, is Kendrick Williams.
Okay, nice. Shout out to Kendrick.
He's my big brother, man. I love that dude to death.
Wow.
We're polar opposite people, but we work. It's yin and yang, man. Like we just work together. But like I'll have people shoot takedowns on me and shit. That is the most exhausting shit I have ever done in my entire life. And I know a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I know a little bit of wrestling. So I can like, there's so many guys in my gym that are so much better than me though, that I'm like, all right, I'm going to make your life hell trying to get this takedown and trying to change your position. But it's still just exhausting at the same time. Muay Thai and kickboxing, extremely exhausting. Throwing those kicks, especially how hard I throw kicks, tiring as hell.
Right.
Boxing isn't as exhausting as this.
So you got your endurance from that.
I will notice that I am so, and we do things different, me and Kay, that a lot of people train
That makes sense.
with actual fight rounds. So 3 minutes on with 1 minute rest.
Yeah.
We typically train 3 minutes on, 30 seconds rest because I want to be good and ready to go. Like you can go back and watch a lot of my fights, and about halfway through the round, I stand up off the stool if I even sit down, and I'm like ready to go.
Okay.
It's a mind game to the opponent too of like I'm ready now.
Right.
You still need to catch your breath. I'm ready to go right now.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fresh. So that's how we train. But I'll notice that after those 3 minute rounds of just doing boxing or doing dirty boxing style, I'm like, I feel fine.
Yeah. We can go
I feel
5
good.
rounds.
I feel fine. I can go a lot more. So I'm like, all right, that's
huge.
That's awesome.
So let's a little bit about the dirty boxing. Is this a new? Are they brand new?
Decently. They started, I believe, early last year. It's created by the two main owners are Mike Perry and John Jones.
Okay.
And a management group owns that company.
John
as
Jones
well.
is in The Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike Perry, who fought in the UFC,
fighter
that's
also.
bare knuckle
Okay.
boxing
Yeah.
champion right now. I was on his podcast the other day. Awesome people, and they created this. And to me, this is gonna, I think, very, very quickly, it's gonna start to contend with bare knuckle. I think it's gonna surpass bare knuckle because the way it's done is so much more exciting and so fun. They're making great rules. Like for example, they just added a rule, and I think it was because of my last fight. They added a rule that if you hug to try to stall, they will take a point from you.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Which I think is like,
Thank
God, they need that in boxing, right? Right?
Yeah, because
that would
that's all it
change
is.
things so much. Like the ring is 18 by 18, so it's tiny. This thing is so small, so it's forcing the action there.
Right.
We're in 12.
And then, it's. I mean, it's like 3 steps, the 3 steps to the middle and 5 steps all the way across when I mapped it out. But it's an 18 by 18 ring. It's, if you grab someone, you get deducted a point. They're like, we're not doing that stalling bullshit. You have to, you can, and they let you clinch, but they're like, you have to be active in the clinch.
Yeah.
And I think they also made a rule that if you run away, they're like point deduction immediately.
So you have to go at him.
Yeah, so I love that. I think it forces the action so much, and it is badass way to do it. And so it is a unique fighting style that they have created doing this, and I think it's going to take off and be gigantic.
But it didn't cross that line into gimmick because can you go through all of the ways you can attack against boxing? It's elbows. It's
punches, elbows. You can do spinning back fists, spinning back elbows. You can do Superman punches, which is a leaping like I landed a big viral one in my last fight where I jumped basically like 8 feet across the ring and Superman punches snapped his head sideways.
Yeah, it was good.
And so you can do, I mean, if you want to, you can literally do a standing hammer fist.
Oh, really?
So if someone's just like squared up, I can just bring it right over top and smack him in the back of the head if I want to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm saying they did all that, but it sounds like I haven't seen it. You don't cross the line because it's easy for this stuff to get gimmicky. Like I won't mention the other sports, but the one where they were fighting with the implements, I'm like, come on.
No, it's not gimmicky at all. Like they've brought in a lot of big name people, like a bunch of ex UFC people. I mean, the main event on this card is Gable Stevenson. God, I forgot what the other dude's name was. Bobby something or Billy something.
Where's this going to be held?
This one's going to be in Nashville.
Okay.
Nashville,
so do they have a Dallas fights here?
No, but when I was on Mike's podcast the other day, he was like, "You excited? You feel like you're fighting in your backyard, fighting in Tennessee?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of." I was like, "But bro, you've got me, my boy Peter Stonanik, my girl Dirty Dez, and then Braxton Smith fighting on this card." I was like, y'all going to Nashville, you need to come to Texas. Like our fight community is so underrepresented and is so slept on. Like it is such a big community out here for fights. Yeah. And people just don't realize it. Like everybody looks at Florida, California, New York, Vegas. But it's like, dude, Texas is such a big badass fight community.
And the funny thing is it hasn't been like people don't know it, but a lot of the talent comes from down here and goes worldwide.
Absolutely.
But also the venues, you'd have to kind of train Dallas on it, but not you wouldn't have to train the crowds. The crowds would go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we grew up with Kerry Von Erich, Fritz Von Anden.
Yeah, they're Von Erichs, man. Yeah.
The Sportatorium. What you know about that?
Well, that's why I fought a lot for XKO, and I can give them a big props is they do a great job with venue selection.
Yeah.
So in Fort Worth, they'll fight at Billy Bob's. And Arlington, they'll fight at Texas Live, which I fought there 4 times now. And that's one of my favorite venues to fight in. It's just badass.
The crowd is automatic.
Yeah. And then in Dallas, they'll fight at the Statler. And that's more of like an upscale fight stuff. Or they'll fight at Bomb Factory. It just depends. But mostly it's been the Statler quite a few times. And it's real like nice. And they try to promote it like a black tie event. And so they do a great job with venue selection. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with. But it's also because I won't do commentary and I do announcing. I've got a bunch of friends that are promoters. I work for promoters. So I always like to ask them stuff about the business because I'm always curious.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, like a lot of fighters don't realize, and this has been a pain point for me, is like, hey, well, we can't find you anybody to fight that can drive in, and we would have to fly someone in for you. And in my head, I'm like, all right, well, then do it. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, well, if I'm fighting in Houston, I have 6 to 8 people who will come out and watch me fight. I'll have people buy the pay-per-view, but I'll have 6 or 8 people who will come out and actually physically buy tickets and watch me fight. And you're going to spend like $1,200 to get a guy and their coach to fly out here and then another $400 to pay for their hotel and then his fight person on top of that. It gets expensive. So I understand it from a business point. I may not be a huge fan of it because I think there's certain fights – and you do see this happen where it's like, all right, we're going to get this local guy that maybe he's not the most exciting fighter or the most best, but he's going to get 200 people in the door. And then let's pay these 2 fucking badass dudes to headline the card or fight on this spot on the card that they may not be able to bring so many people in the venue, but they're going to sell some pay-per-views. And goddamn, they're going to put on a fucking show.
And here it is. You know Texas. What do you think? You know Austin. I think just because of all the people who've moved in there. I was the past 25 years in New York City. People coming from L.A., New York. I just moved back here. I know a lot of people in Austin who've never been, but they would be the ones in there, like the young, startup types. The bro culture wants to see that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not, I'm just talking bro culture. I don't want to put it right there. I'm saying you have a varied enough audience in Texas where you could do Dallas and Austin
and Houston.
Oh, to me, it would.
Venue.
If you're gonna put fights somewhere, you're gonna put them in DFW. You're gonna put them in Austin. Honestly, actually, I'll give you my order. I'll actually give you my order.
Yeah.
If I'm putting on fights, I'm putting them on in either DFW, maybe a little bit biased, Houston, San Antonio, and then Austin last.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Because I'll tell you where I see the most events are in the first 3.
Okay, yeah.
I don't see that many events in Austin.
Right.
There will be some, but
It'll
there's
just be
not
targeted.
that many.
Yeah, just targeted there. But
Yeah, it is way more of an artsy city.
Right.
But I'll tell you, like San Antonio is very slept on too. I go train out there every now and then with my boys at Ambush Muay Thai. And when you see a Muay Thai card down there, that place is fucking packed.
real, San
Packed.
Antonio.
Because there's so much gym love out there. And then in Houston, I go train down there with my boy Sammy and his team at Sammy's Muay Thai. And then you got Main Street Boxing down there where Derek Lewis is out of, Crew Bob Perez. Kevin Holland trains a lot out there. My boy
Texas has.
Cody. Yeah, the Texas has a stacked fight base, and people just don't put enough love on it. Like my dream is I want to fight at American Airlines Center, and for my dad to be there to see that. Like that's to me like I want to fight at American Airlines Center.
Yeah.
AT&T Stadium's not gonna happen. I would love to, unless Jake Paul's punk ass is willing to fight me. I'm not going to fight at AT&T Stadium, you know.
Working. But have we done any? Have there been any fights at American Airlines?
Oh yeah, UFC's come out to American Airlines
UFC,
before. Absolutely, there's been a good few boxing matches out there.
Yep.
AT&T Stadium will hold giant fights every now and then too.
You need a card for American. You need.
Well, that's where I really think that I think DBX is going to blow up. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to outdo Bare Knuckle, and Bare Knuckle's starting to sell like smaller arenas and stuff now. Like they were at the Dickies Arena, which that was cool to see that. I went out there and I watched that card because I had a bunch of buddies fighting on that one. But I'm like, man, I think Dirty Boxing is a year or two away from being able to do American Airlines Center.
Yep. So that'd be nice. The so where do you where are you the announcer?
I'm the announcer for Texas Muay Thai Championships in Houston. That I've gotten to fight for them twice, and Jonathan Harris and Bobby Peak have shown me so much love. Like those two guys have done so much for my career. They have always presented me with opportunity. They always put my name out there, whether it's for fighting, announcing, commentary, whatever it is. They always show me so much love, and I see them a couple times a year.
The names again?
Jonathan Harris and Bobby Peak.
Shout out to them.
Jonathan Harris has his gym, Texas Muay Thai in Houston, and then Bobby Peak has his gym, Ambush Muay Thai in San Antonio.
Oh, nice.
And those two guys, like they gave me, after I broke my leg in my pro debut, like a lot of people wouldn't touch me because they're like, oh, he's injury prone and yada, yada, yada. Bobby gave me an opportunity on 2 weeks' notice, had a barn burner of a fight, and then after that, he was like, dude,
let's go.
I'll give you an opportunity every chance you get. And then we developed a relationship. Me and Jonathan, who promotes the event, developed a relationship, and I love those two guys. They've done so much for me, and I will ride or die for them whenever. And so I'm always beyond stoked anytime we get the opportunity to do a show that I get to go and announce. And to me, like I like doing commentary too, but announcing is awesome because I get up there and I talk before the fight, and then I get to sit down and enjoy the fight. Right. And I don't have to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to analyze this. All right, well, you see a beautiful right kick from Stevenson here. All right. And then what he really needs to do is circle. Versus I can just sit there and be like, hell yeah, let's go. You got this shit.
Yeah. That's
How about other? I can see it now when you say a year and a half to whatever American Airlines Center in other world markets. Mexico City, or I don't know. What are they?
Oh yeah, they'll be branching out internationally for sure. Like they had, I'm fighting the first fight I had for DBX. I fought against this Brazilian cat. I'm fighting another Brazilian cat next week. So they will definitely have the opportunity to go international again. It's just growing space. Like we were talking about the streaming on YouTube earlier. A big thing they were talking to me about was like, hey, we're trying to show streaming services like. This is the audience we can bring. Like this is the amount of views we do. Like this is where it's beneficial for sponsor companies going forward, for streaming services, X, Y, and Z. And their production values are insane. Like you watch it, and they were very smart. They hired a bunch of ex-UFC people for production. So the production looks beautiful and absolutely amazing. Everyone I talked to after my last fight with them was like, dude, that looked insane. Like that's big time. I'm like, yeah, they do a great job.
Nice. I got to check it out sometime.
Absolutely.
I wish it would come through Dallas, man.
I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping soon next year.
Praying for you in particular to keep that trajectory because I want to see it, and I will look back a year and a half from now and like, Dirty Boxing, the word people will know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to get to that point for sure. Plus, to me, it's a huge platform because every time I fight, like I have a full-time job. I'm never going to fight full time. Like if I tried to, I'd be living in poverty. It just is what it is. I love my job as a firefighter. I will always put that first before anything else in my life. It means the world to me. And so that's why anytime I fight, I try to find a charitable contribution to go to. It started a few years ago where I was fighting on a card with a dude that he had like 2 weeks before the fight, he found out his mom had cancer. Oh, and so I was just getting interviewed, and randomly I was like, and you know what? This guy, his mother has cancer. I'm going to donate 20% of my purse to him. Mm-hmm. And that just spilt like wildfire over, where a bunch of other people piled on top of that. And we wound up raising like $5,000 for that dude's family. Yeah, awesome. So I started doing that every single solitary fight, and started seeing that more and more people would tack onto this. And to me, it's like now with the option of dirty boxing, where like millions of people are going to see this through socials, through the actual stream itself, I can do so much more with that. So for this fight, I'll actually be donating 10% of my purse to Caleb Halverson. Okay. He is the Fort Worth fireman a few months ago. Caleb. He was the Fort Worth fireman a few months ago that the structure collapsed on, and he got burnt pretty bad. Yeah. And at the same time, his newborn child was in the NICU. Oh, man. So the link, if you want to go donate to that, this is my call to action for absolutely everybody, whether you're in DFW, wherever you are. As an American, we need to take care of our first responders and the people who are willing to do the things that others are not. Yeah. Whether it's $5, $10, whatever you want to donate. If you go to the link in my Instagram profile, Travis_St.John_, you'll get to go to Caleb's Help a Hero page and donate whatever you can to that. Yeah, like it's a big thing. That dude made a giant sacrifice. He's finally home now with his family. That's the best we can ask for. And he's recovering at the moment, but his recovery is not done yet.
And run your IG handle again.
It's Travis_St.John_ STJOHN_.
Thank you.
Also, so something that's very like weight cutting. So that's like people talk about that all the time. How it's not really the healthiest thing to do. And do you think what's your views on weight cutting, and how much do you usually have to cut before a match?
So it typically, if I get like 6 to 8 weeks notice, which is ideal for me for coming up to a fight. Right. These last two have been in short notice. Last one was 8 days. This one is 2 weeks notice. If you give me 6 to 8 weeks, I'm gonna have no issue. I'm maybe gonna actually get in a sauna and cut like 7-8 pounds. Now, guys my size, I mean, fucking Alex Pereira, when he made 85, was cutting like 40 pounds of water the week of the fight. Yeah. And that's a lot. Yep. Well, the thing is,
and that affects you. I mean,
it can, but here's the thing: people hear that number for his size and think it is a crazy amount. For his size, it is leads into a big amount. If you break it down, I'm going to cut like 15 pounds of water for this fight. That's less than 10% of my body weight.
Yeah.
I know guys that cut like 20% of their body weight. I know dudes who fight at 55 that cut like 30 pounds, that they show up fight week and they're like 180 and they start cutting weight from there. Shit, I know Dustin Poirier shows up fight week like 170 something.
Yeah.
And then he cuts to 155. So that's it. I think
it's just what
I think can it be excessive? Yes. Yeah. But I think that's also where a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you know, if you add more weight classes, yes and no, because then you're getting those bigger guys who like, I can cut 30 pounds. Right. So now I'm going to go to this weight class instead because I can cut more weight. And it's not, I can not cut as much weight. It's going to be, now I can push it further.
Right.
So I think it's a double-edged sword. I think some people will be like, oh, perfect, I can chill out and not cut that much weight. And other people will be like, oh, to me, it's, if I have 6 to 8 weeks, it's ideal for me because I can get to the lowest body fat percentage possible, which I think the lowest I've been for a fight was 4%. And that's when I cut to 190 years ago. And then I cut water. I cut 8 pounds of water, floated 2 pounds. So I accidentally made 188 because my body always floats a ton of water. And I was lean as hell. So I think that's the best way to do it. And it's like, if you get to like, whatever weight you are, if you get to sub 6% body fat, and let's say you weigh 165 pounds, then you are a 155er. Okay. And 10 pounds is a good weight cut to do. Like, it's not bad. Like, cutting 8 pounds is nothing for me. So this is going to be a good bit more than I've cut, but at the same time, I'm not going to miss the opportunity. And I know it's within healthy range, because I know dudes at 185 that cut from 210, 215 to 185 like fight week. So I was talking to one of my coaches, Mark. I was talking to one of my coaches, Mark De La Rosa, about it, and he was like, "How much are you weighing right now?" And I was like, 209 this morning. He was like, bro, like you're gonna be fine. Relax. He was like, dude, I know guys who coach so much more than you at your size. He was like, you're gonna be fine. I'll coach you through it. And I was like, sick. All right, cool. I trust you.
And then you touched on something which I don't even see written a lot in boxing writing, which is there is your real person. Like you're revolving up and down around your real person, which you said is like maybe this person's real person is a 4% 155.
Yeah.
You know, and so as long as you know you're not messing with your real
Yeah.
person,
Well,
like touching your strength or mobility, then
you see people do it very much the wrong way too. Perfect example. Not talking shit, but talking shit at the same time. Kelvin Gastelum fights at 185 pounds in the UFC. He's fat. He should be at 170 minimum. He could probably make 155 if he actually cut the body fat off. To me, it's you should not be, unless you're taking a last minute fight. I can understand having body fat on you. Like I'll have some on me, but I'm still gonna be pretty fucking lean for this fight. Right. But if you're a heavyweight, I can understand you having a gut. Yeah. But still, there's some heavyweights. Roy Nelson, great example, fought at heavyweight for a long time. The dude was 6 foot. Right. Why are you fighting at heavyweight? If you just cleaned up your diet more, he could have been a nightmare at 185. But instead, he's fighting dudes that are 6'6", 265 with abs. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I realized I took one fight at heavyweight where I weighed 207, he weighed 235. And then I remember just hugging Ad Nelson. And I was like, God damn, I'm not a heavyweight. Because Ad Nelson is 6'6", 265 with abs. And I'm like,
you just feel
bro, you're different. Like, I'm not that. I'm not going to, I don't need to fight at heavyweight. That's dumb. But yeah.
But you are a bigger guy, so I mean, you could.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm the same size as Luke Rockhold. Okay. So to me, 185 is where I should be. But again, like we were talking about earlier, I think all MMA, Muay Thai, whatever organizations across the U.S., they need to add a cruiserweight division. Everybody talks about 55 to 70. Screw that. The biggest gap in MMA weight classes in dirty boxing and in a lot of Muay Thai weight classes is 185 pounds to 205 pounds. There needs to be a 195 pound division. That is ridiculous that there is not.
Okay.
And I said the wrong name before, but boxing saw it a long time ago. I think it was Spinks was the first cruiserweight, like when he was moving into.
I think so. Yeah. Because I mean, shit. Why am I blanking right now? Who's the heavyweight champion right now? Usyk.
So crazy.
Usyk was a cruiserweight.
Okay.
Like he moved up to heavyweight. He's one of those guys that it's like it is. I think necessary to have a cruiserweight division. It's very beneficial for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's so. I'm going to get off of that topic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fun though.
And everybody has very interesting opinions of weight cutting.
Dude, that's 12 hours of conversation in the cigar shop. I can.
Forever. So, but before I get off of it, does it affect your striking?
Cutting weight?
Yeah.
No, I feel
you
like
still have the same power.
I'll tell you this: is like my last fight was at 205, so I didn't have that much weight to cut. I got that call at 218. Is how much I weighed. This one I got the call when I was 215. But I cut to 205, so I didn't even hop in a sauna. I just stopped drinking water at like 3 p.m. the day before weigh-ins, and I woke up at 203. And I was wow. Sweet. To me, I like cutting weight, and I like dropping down because I feel so much faster. I feel so much lighter than when I get to I'm fighting in those heavier weights like 205 and up. I just feel like my feet are cemented to the floor. Like I've got some thump to me, but I feel heavy. And I don't like feeling physically heavy when I'm out there fighting, where it's like you need to be smart on your toes and moving well.
I'm gonna leave it alone, but it was Marvin Camel in 1980. But the legendary cruiserweights, you got Holyfield,
Usyk,
Dwight Muhammad, Hay, Carlos De Leon, Johnny Nelson.
Yep.
So I wrote down a question recently.
Yes, sir.
So this is gonna be off topic.
Cool.
Here we go. Go back to when you were younger.
Okay.
And you played video games.
Okay.
They say, can you take yourself back to that moment on that console and tell us how you felt and give us a description of that moment?
Okay. So actually, I used to be a huge video game fiend. I have definitely like dialed myself back from it.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'll tell you. I'll give you. I understand the question.
What console did you use growing up, or did you have one in the house?
I will. Oh, we had
all of them.
We had Xbox and we had Nintendo. PlayStation was the only thing we never grew up with. I was always a fiend on handheld consoles. So I've always been a Game Boy dude.
Nintendo.
If I go out to my car right now, I've got a Nintendo DS in my backpack that I take with me everywhere. Right, that's what I'm going to play on my flight to Nashville this week. Is I'm going to play Pokemon Crystal that I'm doing a Nuzlocke on right now.
Use it for everything.
But I'll tell you a big thing for me that was always exciting, and this is fucking silly and stupid, is every Christmas for a long time, every Christmas we would go back to Beaumont, and we didn't have a Nintendo 64 at the time, but my grandfather did. So anytime we would go out, we would grab our cousins and we would play Super Smash Brothers, the OG one, nice. And we would eat saltine crackers and call them power crackers because they helped us get through the game more.
Yeah, nice.
That sounds like a
man.
Afternoon.
I'll give you a better one because I have, it's the one video game tattoo I have.
Oh yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah.
That is my favorite fighting game of all time. I love Mortal Kombat, and man, that was one of the reasons. Just being 100% honest, that and Dragon Ball Z
got you into fighting.
Were two of the main reasons I got into fighting. And Bruce Lee, that Dragon Ball Z and Bruce Lee were the three reasons I really wanted to fight. Where I was like, oh, this is awesome, yeah. And I just thought they were so dope. Like I was always a huge Johnny Cage fan. He's like my favorite from Mortal Kombat.
Johnny Cage.
So yeah.
Little Son Goku, man. Like, wow.
Oh yeah, little Son Goku. Actually, fun fact: I was a bigger Piccolo fan than I was anybody else in Dragon Ball.
Oh really?
I always thought Piccolo was fucking just the man. And whenever I just remember Vegeta getting all pissed because he's like, "How did he get stronger? He's not even a Super Saiyan." And I'm like, "Yes, Piccolo's my guy." Hell yeah.
So I got one last question. We usually run about an hour. So
yes, sir.
We're over an hour. What's your favorite movie?
God, fuck.
Do you like movies?
I'm a cinephile, man. Yeah. I love movies. Like if you go to my house right now, I'm one of those people that I still buy DVDs because I've always told people.
Hell yeah!
Anytime someone talks shit to me about buying DVDs, I'm like, when your internet goes out, I'm gonna be entertained and you're gonna be bored.
You got everything.
So shut up.
I have thousands of songs on my phone because when you need Wi-Fi, I own mine.
Yep,
the DVD is yours.
That's awesome.
I have to give you a top 5. I can't give you a single one.
Yeah,
because there's a wide range.
Okay.
I think one that always sticks with me, and it's from watching it as a child, and it still hits me the same way. Gladiator.
Oh, nice.
Gladiator made me
the first time you see
weep as a child. Whenever he's dying and he's giving that beautiful speech. Yeah. And here's how weird my childhood was. I would watch Gladiator and then watch Space Jam. And I was like, hell yeah, brother, this is awesome. Like these are my movies right here.
Dude, that would shape my life at 12
So Gladiator would definitely be one of them. Another one is just because like why I aspired to be. I think the dude did a great job of being himself, and is why I enjoy being a silly goose in life right now. Is Jim Carrey's The Mask?
Yeah,
just because it's so entertaining. It's so wacky and silly and funny.
Yep. I was a big comic book person, so I love The Mask.
Yeah, absolutely. A big one, and I can cite the exact reason why. The Dark Knight.
Okay.
So Dark Knight,
probably the best Batman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger did an amazing job. Christian Bale did an amazing job. I had that movie on an iPod Touch in high school. My junior year of high school, I watched that 72 times that year. Wow. And I got to the point that I could just say the script along with the movie as it was going.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Another one in this kind of tracks with Christopher Nolan movies.
I'm sorry. Favorite line from Dark Knight.
Oh God,
I'm trying to hit him. I'm trying to like.
I mean the typical one, but it makes sense. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
The Harvey Dent line that just kind of sets up.
That's right.
The future for him. I think that's a great one. Another, the fourth one, another Christopher Nolan film. Doesn't get as much love as I think it should. The Prestige. The Prestige with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. They're dueling magicians in like the 1800s.
I think I saw that.
The twist at the end of that movie, awesome. You're just like, what? You literally have to go back and watch the movie and you're like, oh my God, I never even thought about that. They were hinting at it the entire time.
I need to check that one out if I haven't seen it.
It's one of the
The Prestige.
Best films I've ever seen. The acting's amazing. The story's amazing. The twist is amazing. Them showing you like a little details behind the actual magic shows as well. Like Michael Caine is the engineer for these magicians. Great movie. I promise you, if you watch the movie, you will not be disappointed. At the end, you'll literally just be like, "Holy shit!"
That's when you appreciate writing.
Yeah,
Turn that over to AI. That's got to be somebody who's
absolutely. Yeah. All right,
so
let's
that's
see.
3. We got
That's 4.
Gladiator,
That's 4.
Dark Knight,
He's got one more.
Prestige.
So
Let's hear this last one. What you got? Any fighting outside Gladiator?
yes, actually. Enter the Dragon.
Oh, nice.
The Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris fight scene.
It's got Abdul Jabbar in it.
Kareem.
No,
in that.
you're thinking the
That's
other Dragon
Oh,
movie.
Kareem wasn't in that one.
No, this is the one with when Bruce fought Chuck.
On the island, he goes to the island.
Yeah.
Took the boat to the island. Okay.
No, that's a different
the
one
wrong
too.
Oh.
This is one that Bruce was like defending. I want to say he was. I've watched them all. I have the entire collection in my house of his movies. I want to say he was like defending some restaurant that his friends owned. And then he was becoming a problem for these gang members. So they hired Chuck Norris to fight Bruce.
Oh, nice.
And that scene in the ruins of that building is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you
one of my
gotta watch
favorite
those.
fight scenes of all
We
time.
grew up with that mess. And even when I lived in New York, there was a place on 125th Street in Harlem, just short of Frederick Douglass Avenue. We would call it buying the karate movies. There's a dude sitting right there, and you would hear from all the way down the block.
Yeah.
He had the classics. It was no joke. I mean, that's you buying DVDs.
Yeah, absolutely.
To have those now would be magic.
100%.
Yeah. So we could talk forever. Seems like.
Oh,
Travis
absolutely.
Here. So what? After you, so are you the champion now? Dirty boxing, or you're fighting for the championship?
No, we're not quite there yet.
Oh, okay. I
They
thought that
don't
was
even have a
that's
180.
not a championship fight.
The
Oh,
first
okay.
title they made was on the last card. They did a heavyweight championship where Jairzinho Rosenstrike, he won that title.
Oh, okay.
So they're still filling out belts and stuff right now.
okay,
So they're figuring that out.
Okay, so after the fight, though, I mean, we'll have you back on, man, for sure.
Hell yeah, that'll be dope.
So we can talk more about all this.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see this grow, and I fully believe him. We grew up with all these like fight games, and this one, that mix of that creates action all the time, and then no clinching and nonsense.
The clinching's big, I think.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
because
so.
5
it's like-
seconds of ground and pound.
That ruined Tyson, because every time he would come in, because he's such a small character, he would get in close. They would always clinch up with him, so he could never ever.
And people just hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
And so this forces the action a bit more.
I like this.
Hacker
That's
shot.
awesome.
Me too.
Well, this will be the end of the episode, man. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much, Travis, man.
I appreciate you guys.
Much obliged, yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. The world is so
Thursday.
cold right now.
Yeah, I fly out tomorrow night.
Nashville.
Like for fighting in general? Oh yeah, I get nervous as shit. Yeah.
That's just a natural.
Yeah, it's just a natural thing, but that's where like I just go through my. I can. It depends. There's been certain fights that like when I'm.
Play the film in your head.
Yeah. I was thinking about it on the way over here.
Okay.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
the whole thing.
I was thinking about.
I want to make sure that everybody thinks this
the entire time over here, I was thinking about knocking him out the entire time. Oh, you talk to any fighter.